Hello and welcome to video number 11 of the 2018 to 2022 Technician Class Amateur Radio Question Pool. I, again, am your host, Michael Dickerson, KC9PHK, on behalf of the Clay County Area Amateur Radio Club located in southeastern Illinois. Welcome back, or if this is your first time, thank you for joining us. This video will cover subelement T7C, T7D, and T8A. First, T7C, which covers antenna measurements and troubleshooting, measuring SWR, dummy loads, coaxial cables, causes of feed line failures. T7C01, what is the primary purpose of a dummy load? A. To prevent transmitting signals over the air when making tests. B. To prevent overmodulation of a transmitter. C. To improve efficiency of an antenna. Or D. To improve the signal-to-noise ratio of a receiver. Correct answer is A. To prevent transmitting signals over the air when making tests. T7C02, which of the following instruments can be used to determine if an antenna is resonant at the desired operating frequency? A. A VTVM. B. An antenna analyzer. C. A Q meter. Or D. A frequency counter. Correct answer is B. An antenna analyzer. T7C07, what in general terms is standing wave ratio, abbreviated as SWR? A. A measure of how well a load is matched to the transmission line. B. The ratio of how high to low impedance in a feed line. C. The transmitter efficiency ratio. Or D. An indication of the quality of your station's ground connection. Correct answer is A. A measure of how well a load is matched to a transmission line. T7C04. What reading on an SWR meter indicates a perfect impedance match between the antenna and the feed line? A. 2:1. B. 1:3. C. 1:1. Or D. 10:1. Correct answer is C. 1:1. T7C05. Why do most solid-state amateur radio transmitters reduce output power as SWR increases? A. To protect the output amplifier transistors. B. To comply with FCC rules on spectral purity. C. Because power supplies cannot supply enough current at high SWR. Or D. To improve the impedance match to the feed line. Correct answer is A. To protect the output amplifier transistors. T7C06. What does an SWR reading of 4:1 indicate? A. Loss of -4 dB. B. Good impedance match. C. Gain of +4 dB. Or D. Impedance mismatch. Correct answer is D. Impedance mismatch. T7C07. What happens to power lost in a feed line? A. It increases the SWR. B. It comes back into your transmitter and could cause damage. C. It is converted into heat. Or D. It can cause distortion of your signal. Correct answer is C. It is converted into heat. T7C08. What instrument other than an SWR meter could you use to determine if your feed line and antenna are properly matched? A. Voltmeter. B. Ohm meter. C. Lambic pentameter. Or D. Directional wattmeter. Correct answer is D. Directional wattmeter. T7C09. Which of the following is the most common cause for failure of coaxial cables? A. Moisture contamination. B. Gamma rays. C. The velocity factor exceeds 1.0. D. Overloading. Correct answer is A. Moisture contamination. T7C10. Why should the outer jacket of coaxial cable be resistant to ultraviolet light? A. Ultraviolet resistant jackets prevent harmonic radiation. B. Ultraviolet light can increase losses in the cable's jacket. C. Ultraviolet and RF signals can mix, causing interference. D. Ultraviolet light can damage the jacket and allow water to enter the cable. Correct answer is D. Ultraviolet light can damage the jacket and allow water to enter the cable. T7C11. What is a disadvantage of air core coaxial cable when compared to foam or solid dielectric types? A. It has more loss per foot. B. It cannot be used for VHF or UHF antennas. C. It requires special techniques to prevent water absorption. D. It cannot be used at below freezing temperatures. Correct answer is C. It requires special techniques to prevent water absorption. T7C12. What does a dummy load consist of? A. A high gain amplifier and a TR switch. B. A non-inductive resistor and a heat sink. C. A low voltage power supply and a DC relay. D. A 50 ohm reactance used to terminate a transmission line. Correct answer is B. A non-inductive resistor and a heat sink. T7D, covering basic repair and testing, soldering using basic test instruments, connecting a voltmeter, ammeter, or ohm meter. T7D01. Which instrument would you use to measure electric potential or electromotive force? A. An ammeter. B. A voltmeter. C. A wave meter. Or D. An ohm meter. Correct answer is B. A voltmeter. T7D02. What is the correct way to connect a voltmeter to a circuit? A. In series with the circuit. B. In parallel with the circuit. C. In quadrature with the circuit. Or D. In phase with the circuit. Correct answer is B. In parallel with the circuit. T7D03. How is a simple ammeter connected to a circuit? A. In series with the circuit. B. In parallel with the circuit. C. In quadrature with the circuit. Or D. In phase with the circuit. Correct answer is A. In series with the circuit. T7D04. Which instrument is used to measure electric current? A. An ohm meter. B. A wave meter. C. A voltmeter. Or D. An ammeter. Correct answer is D. An ammeter. T7D05. What instrument is used to measure resistance? A. An oscilloscope. B. A spectrum analyzer. C. A noise bridge. D. An ohm meter. Correct answer is D. An ohm meter. T7D06. Which of the following might damage a multimeter? A. Measuring a voltage too small for the chosen scale. B. Leaving the meter in the milliamps position overnight. C. Attempting to measure voltage when using the resistance setting. D. Not allowing it to warm up properly. Correct answer is C. Attempting to measure voltage when using the resistance setting. T7D07. Which of the following measurements are commonly made using a multimeter? A. SWR and RF power. B. Signal strength and noise. C. Impedance and reactance. Or D. Voltage and resistance. Correct answer is D. Voltage and resistance. T7D08. Which of the following types of solder is best for radio and electronic use? A. T7D07. Which of the following measurements are commonly made using a multimeter? A. SWR and RF power. B. Signal strength and noise. C. Impedance and reactance. D. Voltage and resistance. Correct answer is D. Voltage and resistance. T7D08. Which of the following types of solder is best for radio and electronic use? A. Acid core solder. B. Silver solder. C. Rosin core solder. Or D. Aluminum solder. Correct answer is C. Rosin core solder. T7D09. What is the characteristic appearance of a cold solder joint? A. Dark black spots. B. A bright or shiny surface. C. A grainy or dull surface. Or D, a greenish tint? Correct answer is C, a grainy or dull surface. T7D10. What is probably happening when an ohm meter connected across an unpowered circuit initially indicates a low resistance and then increasing resistance with time? A, the ohm meter is defective. B, the circuit contains a large capacitor. C, the circuit contains a large inductor. Or D, the circuit is a relaxation oscillator. Correct answer is B, the circuit contains a large capacitor. T7D11. Which of the following precautions should be taken when measuring circuit resistance with an ohm meter? A, ensure that the applied voltages are correct. B, ensure that the circuit is not powered. C, ensure that the circuit is grounded. Or D, ensure that the circuit is operating at the correct frequency. Correct answer is B, ensure that the circuit is not powered. T7D12. Which of the following precautions should be taken when measuring high voltages with a voltmeter? A, ensure that the voltmeter has very low impedance. B, ensure that the voltmeter and leads are rated for use at the voltages to be measured. C, ensure that the circuit is grounded through the voltmeter. D, ensure that the voltmeter is set to the correct frequency. Correct answer is B, ensure that the voltmeter and leads are rated for use at the voltages to be measured. Subelement T8. Modulation modes. Amateur satellite operation. Operating activities. Non-voice and digital communications. Subelement T8 has 4 exam questions coming from it, from the 4 groups inside it. T8A covers modulation modes, bandwidth of various signals, and choice of emission types. T8A01. Which of the following is a form of amplitude modulation? A, spread spectrum. B, packet radio. C, single sideband. Or D, phase shift keying, also known as PSK. Correct answer is C, single sideband. T8A02. What type of modulation is most commonly used for VHF packet radio transmissions? A, FM. B, SSB. C, AM. Or D, PSK. Correct answer is A, FM. T8A03. Which type of voice mode is most often used for long distance, weak signal contacts on the VHF and UHF bands? A, FM. B, DRM. C, SSB. Or D, PM. Correct answer is C, SSB. T8A04. Which type of modulation is commonly used for VHF and UHF voice repeaters? A, AM. B, SSB. C, PSK. Or D, FM. Correct answer is D, FM. T8A05. Which of the following types of emissions has the narrowest bandwidth? A, FM voice. B, SSB voice. C, CW. Or D, slow scan TV. Correct answer is C, CW. Morse code has the narrowest bandwidth. T8A06. Which sideband is normally used for 10 meter HF, VHF, and UHF single sideband communications? A, upper sideband. B, lower sideband. C, suppressed sideband. Or D, inverted sideband. Correct answer is A, upper sideband. T8A07. What is an advantage of single sideband over FM for voice transmissions? A, SSB signals are easier to tune. B, SSB signals are less susceptible to interference. C, SSB signals have narrower bandwidth. Or D, all of these choices are correct. Correct answer is C, SSB signals have narrower bandwidth. T8A08. What is the approximate bandwidth of a single sideband voice signal? A, 1 kHz. B, 3 kHz. C, 6 kHz. Or D, 15 kHz. Correct answer is B, 3 kHz. T8A09. What is the approximate bandwidth of a VHF repeater FM phone signal? A. Less than 500 Hz. B. About 150 kilohertz. C. Between 10 and 15 kilohertz. Or D. Between 50 and 125 kilohertz. Correct answer is C. Between 10 and 15 kilohertz. T8A 10. What is the typical bandwidth of analog fast scan TV transmissions on the 70 centimeter band? A. More than 10 megahertz. B. About 6 megahertz. C. About 3 megahertz. Or D. About 1 megahertz. Correct answer is B. About 6 megahertz. T8A 11. What is the approximate maximum bandwidth required to transmit a CW signal? A. 2.5 kilohertz. B. 150 hertz. C. 1000 hertz. Or D. 15 kilohertz. Correct answer is B. 150 hertz. And that concludes this video, number 11. Again, want to remind you that all the videos are available in the playlist. They should be completed within the next few days. These slides may be used for non-commercial use for amateur radio license preparation and amateur radio classes with reference to the Clay County Area Amateur Radio Club as a developer. Please also reference www.claycountyradio.webs.com, and I would also encourage you to subscribe to our videos if you have not already done so. Thank you, and please join us again.